Hello, queens, kings, and sexy royals in betweens. My name is Nyx Mirakuma, and today we are doing Virgo's August monthly reading. Before we get into that, I'd like to say what my business does, all right? So for Mirakuma Healing, we do card readings with playing cards because I don't have tarot oracle decks. Excuse me, I do palm readings, but only personality reads through your hand. And I offer counseling and advice. My counseling sessions are 30 minutes to an hour, $6 a week, $20 a month, or $120 a year. I have Airtel and Zelle. Now, I know that it says that I have PayPal and Vimo, and that's great. I did, but for whatever reason, it kind of comes on and off. PayPal has been really difficult, so I have Zelle and Airtel for the time being. In the future, I will have other types of payments, but those are my main two that work through. Okay. Um, Another thing that I offer for my business is not only do I do a fuck ton of card readings, which if you guys follow me, you already know, I do advices for life's up, down, and all arounds. I have two TED Talks, which you'll probably see if you're in YouTube, like the videos over here and here, when the video ends or close to ending. Also, there'll probably be like a little card with either one of my playlists and stuff. Thank you guys so much for 225 subscribers. I really appreciate it. We have over 1,200 videos on hand and more to come. All right, I will be doing this year a lot of different styles of videos and things. I know I've been up and down and all around, but I'm back. Okay, I had my sabbatical, I took my break, and it's just time to focus on videos and try to do new things and grow the business. Anywho, I do witchy vids also. I do stuff that I've learned by teaching myself and others that I've seen do and be like, okay, cool. If that's something you're interested in, how about it? We talk about any and all things. All right, get a snack, sit back, and relax because we're about to get into it. Virgo, you guys are bringing in attention to detail, focus, and practice with the Eight of Diamonds. This is one of my time, energy, and effort cards, okay? So when we're paying attention. We're focusing on something. We're putting details into how we want it to be and where it's going to be, and so forth and so on. So, if I'm putting my time, energy, and effort in things that are worth my time, it'll be beneficial. If I'm wasting my time, energy, and effort with things that are not worth my time, it's not making sense. I tried, it didn't work. It's just a waste of time, it's a waste of energy, it's a waste of peace of mind. Don't do it. This month is going to be pushing you guys to stand on your own and do your own thing. However, though you have the Nine of Diamonds for you guys to be independent and believe in yourself, you also have to be able to work with people. Here's the thing, and I know that I think I did it for Saji. I believe I did it for Libra, and possibly Leo with the happy medium, you know what I mean? Like, okay, you don't want to be so badass that you have to do everything on your own and nobody's there to help you and you build up resentment. Y'all think I'm playing around when I say that if you had to do everything on your own, you're not going to hate a few people. Okay, you sacrifice everything for people, and guess what? They did nothing in return. That's okay because I'm independent and I do whatever I want. Who needs people? People are backstabbing pussies. Listen, if you don't have a good team, it's gonna be hard. I'm not saying that y'all can't do it. Obviously, us Virgos can. But just because we can do it doesn't mean we should. Okay? And you don't want to be so dependent on somebody that you're unable to do your own thing. Okay? You don't be so dependent that you get stuck in a really abusive, shitty relationship because now I bought you this, I do this for you. Da 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 da. A good team and the ability to stand on your own has to have a happy balance, a happy medium. Yeah, I do my own thing, but I also have people who got my back. Okay. Now, speaking of people who got your back, we are going to be pursuing vulnerability. We're going after being open and honest with ourselves. Now, vulnerability is an important thing, but it is a very scary thing. Let's get into why, right? Why the fuck is the Eight of Spades that represents powerlessness, vulnerability, being open and honest and real with ourselves? Why is that scary? We're just talking to ourselves because sometimes you want to be vulnerable with people, and certain people aren't worth your time. Certain people are not worth your time. Certain people cannot be trusted. Even if it's somebody that you really want to have on your side, some people are not worth it. It starts to suck. So think about vulnerability as a gun. All right? All of us have a gun. And vulnerability is the bullets to that gun. Okay? Whatever I tell you guys about my personal life, my videos, whatever, I'm comfortable with it being out there, right? When I talk about narcissistic relationships out of experience, I give you guys like, okay, well, she's been through it. Obviously, if I wasn't comfortable with people knowing it, I wouldn't say it out loud. But, I understand that some people look at me and be like, well, you endured this relationship, so you must have liked it. All right, you dumb fuck. You know? Clearly it didn't last, so I guess I didn't like it that much. You know what I mean? So people will use what you say against you in the court of people. That's all I'm saying. At the end of the day, people will use what you say to them against you. So say what you're okay with people using against you in the court of people. People be like, well, this person was abused. Look at them. They're not built different. I couldn't be me. Oh, this person laughs like a hyena. It couldn't be me. So, no, when you're opening up to people, be with people that one, you trust that or you're like supporting people. And two, be honest with yourself if you can't be honest with other people. Be honest with yourself. Look yourself in the mirror. What can I change? What can I do? How do I love myself more? Love yourself, baby. If you're doing the best with what you got and you're doing your darnest, you're doing enough. You're doing enough. Now, we are overcoming wisdom, patience, and diplomacy, which I found was really funny. Okay, so we're overcoming this. Has your experiences, patience, and diplomacy kind of got you guys in trouble? Um, I am going to kind of pull into it. Why are we overcoming this? We're overcoming this because of the Ten of Clovers, which is caring too much, okay? Carrying burdens, responsibility, and debt. It is the stress of doing too damn much. Too damn much. You're spread over here and you're spread over there and you're trying to carry everything. And I feel like that's something that you're doing and you know that it's not right. What's going to help you guys out is emotional detachment and choices with the Eight of Hearts. So by kicking out certain people from your life that emotionally drain you, that are stressful and things, there may be some choices where you gotta have to walk away from them. If you're not gonna love me at my worst, you do not deserve my best. At the end of the day, miscommunication, misunderstanding. Okay. So let's get into it. The reason why we're overcoming wisdom, patience, and diplomacy is because of stress. Not in the stress that you've been freaking out and worried all day. It's this stress of like doing so much. You have so much to do, and you have so many people that rely on you, and you're dealing with your own shit as well as other things, and it's just really heavy, right? So while you're carrying all this pressure and all this weight, what's going to help you guys out is detach. Now, here's the thing, emotionally detaching from people is not easy, and it's sure as hell not fun. I don't like doing it, but sometimes I get to a point where I'm like, you know what? At the end of the day, this isn't worth my time. I'm too stressed out. I've given enough chances. I've asked for enough signs. I'm not dealing with it anymore. I'm done. I'm not going to go over there and give my time, energy, and effort and my emotional time and energy effort into people who are untrustworthy, who drain me, who are using and abusing me, who are very two-faced and shady, who give off not an okay vibe or whatever the fuck it may be. So making those choices and walking away. sorry, walking away is all right. Sometimes you gotta cut people off who are not good for your emotional well-being, babes. Because again, if it attacks your emotional well-being, it's gonna attack your mental, your physical, and your spiritual. They're all connected. So miscommunication, misunderstanding, we're not dealing with people who do not communicate or who misunderstand us. Either express yourself freely and communicate properly or get out. So with wisdom, patience, and diplomacy, and that being our what we're overcoming, we're using our experience, we're being patient with ourselves, and we're not going to just compromise on every little thing. We're going to compromise on some things, but we're not going to settle for less. Again, I'm really happy that you guys are doing with people that help you out. We're tapping into teamwork. We're allowing people to assist us, and we're also allowing ourselves to be independent and rely on ourselves as well. But we're having that happy medium. Why are you guys avoiding the Queen of Hearts? Okay. We are avoiding emotions and empathy. But however, our encouragement is empathy and turning inward. So these are two different things, like I explained, right? I may have explained it on the last video. So don't worry. Why is this something we are avoiding? Recuperation and recovery. We are taking our time. We are finding our rhythm and beat. Okay. We're not really rushing into anything. I think we're making like fucking moves and shit, but we're not rushing. Okay. So the reason why we are avoiding this is because again, for space, recuperation, recovery, finding our rhythm and beat, we're slowing down, we're getting ourselves steady, and then once we get that rhythm and beat, we're gonna keep on going and we can adjust the speed as needed. What will help you guys is victory and achievements, okay? The Six of Clovers, and the Five of Clovers, which is competition and disagreement. Ironically, is the card at the bottom of the deck, okay? And I'm sort of kind of like trying some new styles of reading, um, and things. So that's kind of like the overall energy. Hopefully, you guys are not competing with other people, but maybe you're competing with yourself. Like, okay, well, I want to be able to achieve this by the end of the year. For example, I want to be able to have some more, you know, I want to be able to do a lot of Zoom calls by the end of 2026. Okay. I will be getting Zoom just to help out with the communication things because I'm not always on Facebook and Facebook is hard for me to get. So I'm working on the other stuff. But yeah, just I want to be able to do this for my business. I want to be more hands on with other people while I'm doing American Healing. Okay, for example, for by the end of 2026. Okay, that's a goal. Don't take the biggest and the baddest goal. Don't take out the boss level when you haven't trained on how to tackle that boss level. That's all I'm saying. Sometimes when people take competition too far, right? They gotta be the most dominant. They gotta be the most biggest and the baddest motherfucker. That causes problems. Because now what was supposed to be a fun game and something to help you get to the next level, right, has now turned into something that is just insane and toxic and out of order and gone too far. All right, so how are we getting this victory and achievement? How are we getting this victory and achievement? Okay, attention to detail, which is the Eight of Diamonds. So time, energy, and effort into creativity and charisma, stepping into our power, tapping into our charms and elements, things that you are good at, go ahead and do. And being able to achieve goals and rest from action. So, for you guys to get the victory and achievements, that's going to help you while you're taking your time. Focus on your time, okay? Focus your time, energy, and effort in things that allow you to be yourself, people that allow you to be yourself, situations that allow you to grow and be who you are, as well as focus on making money and save money, okay? You want to be able to work hard, but not kill yourself for the name of the dollar at the end of the day. Right. We guys are coming up with new ideas. That's what we are embracing with the Ace of Clovers. And Our support is daydreaming and wishfully thinking, but our encouragement is being burnt out. So I feel like while you guys are coming up with new ideas to handle your stress, we are not going to be tapping into being empathetic. We are going to be very emotional and we're going to fill up our cup. Yes, life is hard. Okay. I love to say that it's easy and that this is the cheat code up, down, right, combo left, left, number one, two, A, C, triangle, X, square, something. But I don't have the cheat code to life. Lo siento. I'm sorry. I don't. So you do what you can and you work your best, babes. And now, that being said, fill your cup. Yes, it's important to fill up other people and to embrace other people and to encourage other people. 110%. Be with people who love you truly for you. Be with people who have seen you at your worst and love you at your worst and best. Be with people that you trust, that you admire, that you can depend on. Be with them, okay? And also be there for yourself. Now, with unreliability and taking risk being your advice, why? Why is that my advice for my sexy Virgos? The past. Y'all gonna have to learn from the past. The past cannot control you unless you allow it to. Miscommunication, misunderstanding. So we're having impulsiveness due to past experience. Mm, okay. Yeah. Y'all's advice for unreliability and taking risk is all because of past nostalgia, childhood, and old friends. It could have been a very, okay, here's the thing. A past person could have hurt you guys, somebody you cared about a lot, somebody you looked up to, somebody that was one of your worlds and everything. And because of the miscommunication and misunderstanding, it has added up with some resentment. And I think while you guys are being open and honest with yourselves, and we're learning from our experiences, and we're learning how to do better, and we're working with people who have, emotional intelligence, compassionate, and kind, and just kind of balancing ourselves out, don't be tied down. Like, okay, here's the thing. Let me say it this way. You have every right to hate somebody. You have every right. However, you do not have the right to hold on to it. There are some people in this world I fucking resent. I don't like them. I gave them everything. I trusted them. They weren't there. They put me down. And they did unspeakable bullshit. And now I don't talk to them at all or hardly ever. Okay? Because again, I'm like, you know what? At the end of the day, if I can't trust you, why should I have you in my life? Sorry, I did like a spiritual bath. So there's some resonance of herbs on me. Anywho, but yeah, I'm sorry that the unreliability and the impulsiveness was due to a past person or a past experience. Forgive yourself for what happened, Virgo. Don't hold on to the past, man. Learn to let go. Your past doesn't define you. Your trauma and abuse does not define you. You are here now and you're going to be accomplishing great things. So don't let the past people and shit tie you down. Be with people who are worth your time, who love you truly, and it's okay to have a small circle if that's what it is. All right. All in all, that is your reading at the end of the day. Slay the day, be happy and be gay. And I love you guys so much. Bye. Follow and subscribe.